Hey guys, it's me, and today I'm going to be doing a mod update on my 2010 Hogwarts Express rebuild, or Olton Hall rebuild, as it can also be known as. That's pretty much the two names I've given to this project at this point. So, this is what's changed since the last time it was seen on film. So, first things first, you'll notice that I've increased the dimensions of this thing, and so, as part of that, I replaced the old driving wheels, which were typical LEGO driving wheels, with XL driving wheels from Big Ben Bricks. And that has also involved extending the running board by a few more studs, and also as part of that, spacing the splashers out. You'll also notice that the middle splasher has been replaced with a more convincing splasher, and on each side of it, I mean, it's on the other side as well, just to show, are tile clips on each side with the nameplates from the 2018 set pretty much slidden into there, and they actually hold pretty securely. I'll show that later in a bit. You'll also notice it now has a proper set of connecting rods at last. This is specifically a Great Western Railway slider, and my first attempt at doing such a thing. So you can see it's made out of 5 Technic cams on each side, just to look like a Great Western Railway cylinder. And it has these 2 bars for this pin to slide into to pretty much hold it together. You can also see I've also secured it a bit. You can also see that the boiler now bulges up to make it look more like the real locomotive as well. And also moving the dome around a bit just to get the exact location of it. And part of the GWR slider process also involves a new bogie in which the wheels are lateral, and it now slides along, and it now just slides along like this, just to make the GWR slider as functional as possible. So, and just for a quick stability test for the nameplates, that's just the studs in the firebox shaking. I mean, that feature, I still have that incorporated in there, if that was the right word to use. Ugh. And before I forget, here's pretty much a view of the underside, and also a bit of a view of how the cylinders are held in place. Yeah, this is pretty much all the results of cross pins. Laser jet. And we'll show a bit of a functionality test in a sec, but before I do that, let's move on to the tender. So first things first, you'll notice that it's also a bit longer now as well. I've also plated the wheels over at last. That was definitely long overdue. You can also see I've also modified the top some more, and the top part is pretty much 8 studs wide. I know on some models that it's 7 studs long, but I couldn't quite figure out how builders were able to get that figured out, so I just went for 8 studs because it was easier for me to engineer with my current knowledge. I mean, if you know how to pull that off, the more complicated 7 stud trick off, feel free to leave suggestions in the comment section below. But yeah, and I mean, it still also does retain this trapdoor from the original set that it had as well, so yeah. And it also still does retain the lateral axle from the previous variations of the tender as well. I think I made that modification, I think, last year? I don't know. My memories of last year are pretty vague anyway. So, other than that, there's really not much else to say about the model, so I might as well now give it just a display of its ability to negotiate curves. And it is, I suppose, on the mediocre scale because, I'll show, track's a little difficult to attach. So first thing I notice is that the connecting rod as it moves is constantly tapping the bars. I mean, it's really not that bad. Oh, and the bars are pretty loosely held in place as well, so yeah. The bigger issue, though, is with the bogey, how it behaves. Okay, bogey's a little derailed. Okay. So you can see it's definitely sliding laterally. But the big problem comes is when I pull it backwards, because you'll notice it's sliding out. And it sometimes might even do that. I mean, it's easily fixable just by, just doing that. I mean, assuming you don't have to reach over a far distance, which thankfully I don't. But, oh, you can also see I've also changed the funnel up a bit as well. That's partly from the 2010 and 2018 set. And for anyone asking about my 2018 set, I broke it up a long time ago after it got damaged beyond repair from messing around. And I was kind of too lazy to fix it, or just pretty much put the whole thing back together. Yeah, I don't know. It didn't look really too appealing to me anyway. Yeah, I definitely like the 2010 model better, but either way, there's really not much else to say about this. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If so, you know the deal. Press that like button and subscribe to this channel. And if you're already subscribed, be sure to activate notifications so that you won't miss any future uploads like this, including any future LEGO train reviews or some other unveiled project. I'm Andrew Raila. Thanks for watching. I need to make more diesels now.